What's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making one of the best free appetizers of all time, salsa. Well, I guess it's not really free if you're having to go to the store and buy this stuff, but I promise you making it at home is really fun and super simple. And today I'm going to be showing you how to make 3 varieties, a sweeter variety, a mild variety, and as well as a hot variety. So let's dive into this. Alright, so for this project, it is good to use a combination of both fresh ingredients as well as canned ingredients because, in my opinion, I think it makes for better salsa. Let's start with the salsa verde. You're going to need 1.5 pounds of tomatillos. They are slightly more acidic than normal tomatoes and a lot less watery, and all you have to do to prep these is remove the husk from the outside, ensuring no bits of the husk are left behind. And then you are going to have to rinse these for a second because there is a little bit of a sticky layer between the skin of these and the husk. Next, grab 1 jalapeno pepper, cut the end off, set that stem aside, and then just chop it up into small coins. This is just going to ensure that it fits in our food processor a little bit better. Now we need to remove the skin of this medium-sized white onion. I just cut one end off and then kind of rip the skin off here. Then you're going to chop that other end off and then quarter this because we only need a quarter of this entire white onion for this recipe. Now grab yourself a little bit of garlic and flatten it into oblivion. Because we do need 2 cloves for this recipe, you can peel them by smashing them with a knife. It's the easiest way that I have found to peel garlic. And go ahead and cut 1 lime in half. You are going to need the juice of this entire lime, but just set it aside for now. Alright, so now we are going to roast some of our vegetables that are going into this recipe. So you're going to add your tomatillos, onion, jalapenos, and garlic to a baking sheet and just place it under the broiler for, I'd say, 3 or 4 minutes until it gets nice and brown on top. Maybe a tiny bit of charring is exactly what you're looking for. Now all that's left to do is simply add all of your roasted ingredients to this food processor. It might help to layer the smaller ones first. Now you're just adding the juice of a whole lime, a teaspoon of olive oil, a strong pinch of salt because saltless food is sad food. Then finally, half a cup of cilantro, and just tap this down with a spoon to ensure your lid will fit on this. And all you have to do from here is pulse it, followed by blending it to your desired consistency. And then all you have to do is jar this up in some mason jars, and it is good for a week in the refrigerator. Next, we can start with our sweeter salsa. So I'm going to be taking 3 of these vine tomatoes, and when you buy these in the store, they're actually connected to a vine, but you could use 2 larger tomatoes as a substitute. Once the stem side has been removed from your tomatoes, all you have to do is cut this into quarters. Super simple knife movement here. Next, I'm going to be grabbing my serrano pepper, and this is a very spicy pepper compared to a jalapeno, but I will be removing all of the seeds from this and rinsing it, ensuring that all of that hot residue is removed from the pepper. Now I'm going to be taking a red onion, cutting the ends off of it, and revealing this nice, beautiful purple color. Once again, we only need a quarter of this onion, so set the rest aside, and you're only going to need 1 clove of garlic. And here I'm just chopping up my vegetables a little bit so they'll fit properly into my food processor. So you can cut them as big or as little as you want. Here I'm adding in everything to my food processor once more, and you are going to need 15 ounces of crushed tomatoes added to this. Just pulse it like we did last time, let it blend, and you are good to go. Alright, I didn't clean my food processor because we're making another red salsa in this, but you are going to add in 2 of these smaller tomatoes this time, a quarter of your red onion, 15 ounces of crushed tomatoes, the juice of half of a lime. Next, we are going to be adding in 4.5 ounces of diced green chilies, plus this little devil of a pepper here. This is a habanero pepper. It's roughly 8 cents at a grocery store, and it is super spicy compared to a jalapeno pepper. Here I've removed the stem and quartered this pepper. I would recommend using gloves when handling a pepper like this, even jalapenos, because you don't want that residue to end up in your eyes or somewhere else a lot more painful. Now I'm just adding in a half cup of cilantro and once more a strong pinch of salt. Then we're just going to pulse this and blend it until it's smooth, jar it up, and our salsa is done. the salsa is complete, and I've jarred all 3 of them up into mason jars. How ironic. And the salsa verde is a nice bright green color. I also have both of the red salsas. And as you can see, the spicy one is darker than the non-spicy one. So let's give these a quick taste test. Alright, so I'm first going to try the sweet red salsa. Alright, so that one is nice and tomatoey, exactly what you would expect from going to a Mexican restaurant. Now, my favorite is the salsa verde, based off of my previous tasting of salsas. So let's give this one a taste test. Alright, so yes, I do like this one better than the first one, and this is just my personal taste. To me, salsa verde just tastes more green, and the only way that I can describe that is that it might taste more earthy. I don't know, it's just got a more kind of bright taste to it than a traditional red salsa, which I personally like better. Other people might not like that, so try both of them, see which one you like. Moving on to the spicy one. Alright, so based off of appearance alone, I will say that the spicy one looks the best. It's obviously got all of those nice vegetables in it, different contrasting colors, but will it hold up to the salsa verde? It smells very good as well, and I also like spicier salsa generally, and being that the salsa verde is mild, it's kind of perfect for me because you can use a lot of it on tacos, burritos, quesadillas, whatever. So let's try the spicy one. Okay, yes, the spicy one, to me, I'm gonna say that's the best one. And the reason I say that is, one, I think it's just got the best all-around flavor. It tastes the most fresh and homemade, if that makes sense. Compared to the first one, this one does have cilantro in it, which I personally like, where I left that out in the first one. So if you add cilantro in to the first one, it might taste more similar to this, just less spicy. The spice in this is not super crazy. It will make your nose run a little bit, but it's not going to make you run for a glass of milk. That being said, it is much spicier than the salsa verde, which is mild. If I were you and were going to go to the store and recreate these, I would say definitely make the salsa verde as well as the spicy salsa. That being said, I'm going to give the first one a 6 out of 10. I'm going to give the salsa verde an 8 out of 10. Spicy salsa, 10 out of 10. Absolutely perfect. I don't see how salsa can get much better than that. So, with that being said, that is all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like on it and go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you have not already, because we're making good food like this every single week. So go ahead and subscribe to see more of my videos. And with that being said, I will see you all on the next one.